leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You talk about this Washington defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their timing.
Prescott from the gun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more of what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they got a chance of coming out with the W. This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on blitz.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The problem was a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's defense, too, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Lawrence. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll try the left side. Lawrence shifts by him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Up the middle they go. It's Lawrence on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
on fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard fighting through, and he's got space. There he goes left side. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 97 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he's going to have it by 20. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Prescott off play action. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
At the Commander's 19-yard line.
Second and 10. Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
4 yards. And the Washington first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Touchdown, Washington.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
35. Commanders 10.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Under. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
46.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Kill.
2nd down, Prescott.
That's dumped off to Poe.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, 47.
Prescott on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
3rd down and 13.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try the left side. Hutton. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Hutton.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Hutton. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hutton. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down now. Hutton. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be
Okay, ready?
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Flight blue. Ready?
Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
First down, Commanders.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hutton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
They'll run with Pollard.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but They can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Commanders 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out.
Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Pretty solid, convincing win here in this one. We just
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children.